process in terms of were you wondering if something like this was going to pop? Because you had a lot of offers, but not a lot at the Power Five level.
Was I wondering if I was going
If you were going to get an opportunity like what you got here?
I didn't. I kind of feel like I would. I've always been a late bloomer, if that makes sense. You kind of look back through whatever it is, even since I was a little kid, that's just kind of how it's been. And I feel like during the recruiting process, once I got to a certain point, then things were rolling, and they started to. So, but I still chose Oklahoma State, and I'm happy with how I went and everything. Really, wouldn't change anything, honestly.
You've been a captain before, but John Paul, he's an underclassman. I think it's his first time as a captain. He's the captain at the bowl game too. What does that say about his maturity and also his relationships with all the guys on the team?
It says a lot. It shows that the players and the coaches have a lot of trust in him, and for him to be a captain, underclassman, and really just getting here. I remember when JP just got here, but with him being a captain, it shows how far he's grown since he first got here, and where his ceiling is. That it's just the beginning for him.
Braden and Brock were saying that when they came on visits, they saw the wall of all the team captains' names. Was that something that when you saw that for the first time, was that something you wanted to be a part of?
Definitely. I remember walking in the locker room, and it's not there now, but we used to walk in, you look to the left, there was pictures of every official captain on that wall, and it just kind of rotates throughout the years. And I always wanted to be on that, and I kind of knew that. I wanted to do that before the season, and I had another interview where I said, that was a goal of mine, and I'm happy to accomplish that on it, really.
When did they take stuff down in the locker room?
It's years. It'll be there for
Oh, okay.
Probably 11, 12 years. It's just 12 years ago that one finally goes off.
Okay. Thank you.
I imagine you've been asked this, but I've got to ask as well. Your future, are you closer on that announcement yet, or when do you think that'll kind of come, when you'll know?
I'm not quite sure when it'll come but I'm just going day by day. I still got to decide, obviously. Got to talk with my family and try to figure out what's the best decision, whether it's coming back or declaring. I just got to still figure out that.
Is it an exciting time knowing that, hey, the NFL could be, months away, or, you could be coming back for another go at it?
I haven't really thought about it like that yet, I guess. I just really just been focused on this season. And then when this season is over, and we basically, when I've gotten closer to it's a deadline.
Yeah.
I think I already have my mind made up. So.
No Jabbar, no T. Harp. Have you seen those guys kind of fill in for him, Cam Smith and whoever's going to be playing safety?
And Trey Rupp. I think that they're ready. We have a lot of guys that can play. Obviously, we're young, but it's a lot of guys that can play and play ball good. So I think that we're just going to try to play the best that we can with whoever we got. And I think that those are great players who transferred, but we still have great players, and I hope they gain success. So
the stereotype is it's kind of the middle linebacker's job to get everybody situated. How's that kind of changed since Mason's left?
In what way?
Like calling out plays, calling out coverages, things like that. Was any of that ever on his plate, or?
We all kind of just talked we all were all on the same page, whether it's on the D-line to the linebackers to the safeties to the corners. It's kind of we try to have that communication with everybody, because obviously the more eyes on something, that's the better. So, but the guys who are in now, and Lamont Bishop and Nick Martin and Donnie, and so they're ready. I think that's what's great about this team. We have a lot of guys that are ready to play.
Appreciate it, JT.
Thank you.